All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. It is transfer deadline day. Things are going to get very, very interesting today. There's going to be surprises. There's going to be maybe some disappointments. Who knows? I don't know, but definitely some surprises. Lots to talk about. Looks like we may be able to get a DM. Looks like we are just about able to get a DM. Edson Alvarez, not someone that I've been watching at all, to be honest. I've not watched Ajax that much ever since we got Hakim Ziyech from them. Before we got Hakim Ziyech, I was actually watching a lot of Ajax because of Hakim Ziyech. But since Hakim Ziyech has moved on, I've not really got to watch too much of Ajax. But looks like, ladies and gentlemen, Edson Alvarez is missing from Ajax training ground. He's not shown up for the training today, and he's pushing for the move. From what I can hear in social media, the opinions of others, they seem to really like Edson Alvarez, and obviously Sangare is in the market as well. Apparently, we're bidding for him. Gakpo deal is off, so maybe Sangare is now on the table, but I don't know. Gakpo is a winger, so I don't know why there's this connection between a winger and Sangare, who's a DM. It's two different positions. If Gakpo was a DM, then I would understand that. Okay, well, if you're letting one DM go, then why would you let go of the other? But Gakpo and Sangare are two different positions. But anyway, it is what it is. But a lot of people are saying it's more Alvarez. Alvarez seems like the one that is heating up. He wants the Chelsea move. Sangare signed a new contract. And a lot of the people in social media have been saying that they're not really keen about Sangare. They're very cautious about his technical ability on the ball. Whereas Edson Alvarez, who's got a lot more technical ability, probably so. Ajax play in that kind of manner. Not that PSV don't play good football. Like most teams in the Dutch league, they like to play good football. So we'll talk about all of this stuff. We'll look into some Edson Alvarez stats and his heat map, which will be interesting. And Aubameyang, seems like Aubameyang is probably going to happen, most likely, it seems. And Alonso going the other way. So finally, we got a swap deal. Generally, these swap situations don't happen. Nearly 200 of you guys are live right now. Smash the like button. Let's get those likes up. Let's not slack with the likes today. Get those likes up to 150 immediately. And let's have a very, very good transfer deadline day stream. And there'll be plenty more streams today. Don't you worry. This won't be the last one today. Obviously, we'll do this now. It's early in the morning, UK time. So it's good to catch up with all of you guys. Big up to all you guys. Matthew Lee, Benjamin, big up to you, man. Big up to Shubra as well. Royston, Big B, Wolf, Ryan is here. Retro, Jamie, 1221. Lots of people are here. To be so missed. Todd B really got the price super low. Yeah, man. This Edson Alvarez situation, I think the price was something around £40 million, which is decent enough for a DM. It actually is. But we'll look into all of that. Valan in the house. How you doing, Valan, man? Good to see you. Thank you so much for the super chat. The scary thing is Tuchel wouldn't have bought a DM if we didn't pick up an injury from midfield against Southampton. Probably ends with PEA and EA. Yeah. But yeah, man. Look, it is strange. This is what I said in my last video. That why did it take us so long to figure out that we needed a DM? Wasn't it obvious enough? Jorginho in his last year of the contract, Kante in his last year of his contract, Kante injury prone, massively injury prone. God knows when he's going to be back. Kovacic is also injury prone. Ruben Loftus-Cheek doesn't cut it. Conor Gallagher seems like needs a lot of work that needs to be put behind Conor Gallagher. So wasn't it obvious? I mean, he seems to not trust Billy Gilmore. possibly going to Brighton. Apparently, the Chelsea hierarchies are trying to block that move, but Thomas Tuchel's apparently given the green light. Ampadu is very close to Spezia in Italy, so it wasn't that obvious that we needed a DM, and also the fact that Jorginho, there's no one like Jorginho in the team, that should have been so obvious from the get-go that we need someone who can play that role. And it seems like, from what everyone's saying, Edson Alvarez should be able to do that. Dennis, good to see you. Himanshu, my man, good to see you. Kevin, good to see you as well. Michael, good to see you. Correde, and a few other people have joined in. Nearly 250 of you guys are live. Let's get those likes up to 150 immediately. Alteza, good to see you as well, man. Let's get those likes up. Bump those likes up. It's transfer deadline day, man. We ain't slacking with the likes today. We want to push those likes. And thank you, by the way, 16,000 subscribers. Much appreciated. Thank you so much for all the support. Each and every one of you guys always show the channel and to myself, and we're building a great community together. I feel like a lot of you guys, we connect on a regular basis. I feel like I know who you guys are, and I hope you feel like you know me as well. So yeah, great to see a lot of you guys popping in, which is great. Someone said you missed me, Ms. Surendra. Good to see you, man. Jacob, Skills, Mr. Jackson, Aka, lots of people are here. If you want to share any news, just put it on the comment section, and I'll try my level best to get to it. Okay, let's look at the news today. Let's go with what's going on. This is AFC Ajax, the European lad on Twitter. He's up to date with everything related to Ajax, and even Barcelona as well, follows Barcelona. So we're going to look at his stuff. Valan, thank you so much for the super chat. How ironic if Todd pushes out American for Mexico. Come on, man. Come on. It would be ironic, actually. Chelsea is one of Edson Alvarez's dream clubs, and he can earn 50 million euros in 5 seasons in London. He is putting hope in the fact that Ajax have not refused Chelsea's offer yet. This is from Mike Verwey. We'll have a look at that offer. I think it's something around 40 million. Edson Alvarez. By the way, that Ajax jersey just looks damn good, man. I'd love to actually get an Ajax jersey, by the way. That's a nice jersey. So yeah, 50 million over the next 5 seasons, which is a good deal. Which is a good deal for Edson. This is what AFC Ajax, the European lad, said. Okay, so all of a sudden there's a big trend going on where players feel like it's completely normal to not report to training anymore until they get what they want. Anthony started it, then Kudus yesterday, now Alvarez today. It's disrespectful, and there are no excuses for it. Do you know what? I hate it as well, man. I really do. I don't like how players move like that. I didn't really appreciate how Wesley Fofana did that with Leicester. But I understand in this day and age, that's probably what you got to do to get a move, or else you're not going to be able to force a move. That's the situation. Yeah, it's bad for the club. It is. Can you imagine? It's happened to us with Thibaut Courtois. Can you imagine if something like that happened to us, man? You'd be so annoyed, especially if it's a player that you want to keep. Do you know what I mean? And they want to move. And that's the thing, because Ajax is a selling club, it's very difficult for them. You're a selling club. Chelsea is not really like a selling club. We don't build up, superstars and then we sell them off. And a lot of them look at Chelsea as a big destination. Do you know what I mean? So I can understand why these sort of clubs, they go through these situation, which is it puts Ajax in a bad place, doesn't it? Their window in the Dutch window apparently closed yesterday, but obviously for UK it closes today. It doesn't give them enough time to find a replacement. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So the European lad tweeted this out, and the reason he tweeted this out is because of this, ladies and gentlemen. Just in, Edson Alvarez is not in training with Ajax today. He wants Ajax to start negotiating with Chelsea and has told the club this morning. I don't want to build myself up, but I would be very surprised if this doesn't happen now. Like, why would you want to keep once again a player that wants to leave? Like, it would be it would be counterproductive. It would be detrimental for Ajax, to be honest. So, yeah, Ajax is in a bad situation. They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to accept. Like, if they don't accept, you're gonna keep a player that just doesn't want to be around. Do you know what I mean? And this particular player, Edson Alvarez, has probably seen so many of his teammates move on. You know, Anthony moved on, Mazraoui, and heaps of other players that have just left Ajax this particular transfer window. He's probably feeling, why should I be left behind? Do you know what I mean? He wants to do the bit as well. But yeah, man, let's see what happens. Miz Alvarez is a baller. I'm so jealous. As a Liverpool fan, he's joining you guys. Wow, there you go. Liverpool fans chiming in, which is great. So I wish I got to see a lot more of Ajax, but I didn't. I'm gonna obviously check out some clips, but I'm quite confident. If you're a starter for Ajax, then you're good. Like, Ajax play football. They are very, very good possession-based side. So I've got no issues that he will fit the profile. Ajax don't have a replacement. Yeah, so what does that mean? Do they keep him? Do they let him go still? I don't know. To be frank, Anthony, Martinez, Ziyech are all in England. Valan, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, all his teammates are here. Ziyech, I mean, is he leaving? Is Ziyech leaving? It looks like maybe he's not, because Ajax ended up getting that Sevilla winger, which it looked like maybe they weren't getting him. Maybe Ziyech stays, which is, I'm happy, but at the same time I'm sad, because I hope Thomas Tuchel uses Ziyech. If he doesn't use him, there's no point in keeping a player like Ziyech, who's just going to be unhappy. Maybe a last minute shot, Ziyech with Rafa Leão, but once again, that will be an incredible signing. Right at the death as well. A player like Rafa Leão, that's a blockbuster signing at the start of the transfer window. Like, that's a big transfer saga. That doesn't happen on the last day. Like, I could be proven wrong, and I hope I am proven wrong, but we'll see. I don't think AC Milan, knowing that they've got us in the Champions League as well, group stage, which is, for more reasons. So I'll probably keep Rafa Leão, but I'd love Rafa Leão, yes. Miss, Ajax signed his replacement yesterday. Check European lad tweet from yesterday. Oh. Is that right? Is that right? Who did they sign? They signed a replacement, did they? Are you talking about Ocampos? Ocampos is not. From what I heard, he's a winger. He's not Ziyech's replacement. Sorry, he's not Alvarez's replacement. Yeah. Is this the one that you're talking about, Lucas Ocampos? Let me know, Rising Baller. Let me know if that's the one that you're talking about, because last year is a winger. Exactly. Ocampos is a winger. He's Anthony's replacement. Exactly right. I don't think he's Alvarez's replacement. Yeah. I don't think they expected Alvarez to move. But yeah, let's see what happens. Valen, thank you so much for the super chat. Getting mask wearing Oba, know how good they are. Getting mask wearing Oba, know how good they are. I don't quite understand that. Getting mask wearing Oba, how good they are. Mike saying keep scrolling. Alvarez's DM is that, of course, Princeton Alvarez's DM, but Rising. The Liverpool fans said that Ajax signed a replacement for Alvarez, which I don't think they did. Could be wrong. Keep going. Jamie 1212 is saying keep going. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Justin Chelsea have now reported themselves. Okay, so this is about Sangare, 40 to 45 million euros. Man, this guy tweets a lot. Tweets on every game as well. No way. No way. Edson Alvarez would be the most horrible message towards the fans and the manager. Ajax are taking the position in that no player is allowed to leave anymore. Breaking, Edson Alvarez is demanding Ajax to start negotiating with Chelsea. He will earn 4 times the salary at Chelsea than he earns at Ajax, and is not sure whether a chance like this will come again. Breaking, Chelsea have offered 50 million euros for Edson Alvarez. There you go, 50 million euros. Falan, thank you so much for the super chat. Oba will wear a mask because of his injury. We know how good players that wear masks that plays in Chelsea kits that becomes monster. Yeah, man. Oh, look, the word is that he might not start straight away. He'll take a bit of time. Look, I don't think they've signed the DM, man. To be honest, I could be scrolling all the way. But yeah, Edson Alvarez. Let's just check out some of his stats, ladies and gentlemen. I want to check out last season. Yeah. I'm not lying. They signed a midfielder from Hoffenheim. Well, I can't find it, dude. Ocampos. I can see Ocampos. Is this the guy? Ajax have signed defensive midfielder Florian Grilic on a contract until 2023 with an option for a further year. Is this the guy? This must be the guy. Yeah, it looks like a Hoffenheim shirt as well. Okay, well, there you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Rising baller. You're right, man. Florian Grilic. Florian Grilic. Yeah. From Hoffenheim. Well, yeah. Man, so they got themselves a defensive midfielder. So there you go. There you go. I'm sure these things, like the news that gets broken to us, that's like sometimes even a couple of days later. Like, who knows? Edson Alvarez situation probably didn't even transpire yesterday. Maybe it transpired a couple of days ago. I mean, this news came about 21 hours ago. And you know, something like this probably happened even way before 21 hours ago. So yeah, maybe Edson Alvarez situation was probably going on for a little while. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Rising baller is balling here. Absolutely is balling here. Omo, thank you so much, man. Conrad's on 16K, road to 20K. Here we go. Come on. Okay, Edson Alvarez. So he's got a contract till 2025. Doesn't really matter anymore. I mean, he's doing his best to move. And 24 years old, Mexican background, fantastic. 1.87 meters tall, so not short. Last season, 31 games in the Eredivisie, 5 goals, 1 assist. 7 games in the Champions League, 5 goals, 1 assist. Plays in the defensive midfield role. Valen, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Alvarez was poor on the ball. Erik ten Hag managed to train him and made him somewhat all right. Not expecting much on the ball. Expect solid defensive performance. Look, as I said, I've actually not watched him enough to make a judgment. A lot of people say he's technically sound. His stats from last season, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the heat map, man. That's the areas that we need a DM to circulate. Do you know what I mean? So, which is great. Look, he can play. Seems like he can play DC, DM, MC. Let me see if I can make that even bigger. Yeah, DC, MC, DM, even right back as well seems like. But yeah, I think this is one of the reasons why Thomas Tuchel fancies this player as well, because of the versatility to be able to play as a centre back and a defensive midfielder. Like Thomas Tuchel really likes centre backs. um, yeah, this is his heat map from. Now here we go. This is his heat map from last season. Look at this. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. That's buzzing, man. That is absolutely buzzing. And that's exactly where you want your defensive midfielder to operate, in the middle of the field. So total 31 played, started 28, minutes per game 75. Let's have a look at some passing stats. Should I see? Show more. One assist, touches 70.7, which is very good. You need to touch, you need to be there for the ball a lot when you're playing for Chelsea. 86% accuracy, own half 89, opposition half 84, which is very, very good, and it's quite high. Long balls 58%, chip pass 67%, defending 1.4, tackles 2 per game, possession 1, dribble pass barely any, clearances pretty good as well, 2 clearance. Ground duels 155%, 67% aerial duels, 60% total duels. Like, that's pretty good. Stats are very good, actually. Stats are actually very, very good, which is good to see. Good to see. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know how you feel about Edson Alvarez. We've got a Liverpool fan in the live chat who's actually very, very envious. Check your mentions on Twitter, Miz. Okay, let's have a look. What did you guys send? I'm just tagged everywhere in Twitter, man. I don't know what I'm looking. Sometimes I don't even... sometimes I don't even check, to be honest, because it's just flooded, man. Yeah, there's just too much notifications, man. I'm sorry, man. I don't know what's going on. We need a DM, please. Yeah, we looks like we are getting a DM. Ladies and gentlemen, nearly 500 of you guys are live right now. Let's get those likes up to 300 immediately. Get those likes up. Let's get those likes up to 500 immediately. To 300 immediately, and then we'll see whatever else we can get after that. But yeah, I want to ask the live chat. Let me know what are the key attributes. Like, first of all, have you been watching Alvarez? What do you like about him? What do you dislike about him? What are his strengths? What are his weaknesses? Let me know in the live chat, because I would really like to see that. Is Alvarez physically suited for the Premier League? Look, there's always a question mark, isn't there, when you come from Eredivisie? But look at Alessandro Martinez. Look at Malacia, doing for what they're doing for Man United now. They look like decent. So hoping, and I know some people can say Ziyech. Wingers, we'll see. Anthony, we'll see how he goes in Man United. But Mexican background, you'd think there's that dog in you. There's that dog in you. I mean, you're a Mexican. Generally, they're quite physical, aren't they? So we'll see, man. We'll see. Miz, Alvarez will come and get slandered when he messes up our fandom, kills players' confidence. Honestly, look at Werner scoring hat-tricks again. Has Werner started scoring hat-tricks for Leipzig? Look, man, fan base is dangerous everywhere. If you don't perform, you're going to get done. If you keep performing, you should be fine. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Miz, at least we have someone who can protect J5 when covering when Kovar is injured. When Kovacic is injured, you mean? Yeah. I want someone who's able to give Jorginho a really good go and actually maybe even take over that position. As much as I love Jorginho, obviously there's distinct flaws in his characteristics. So if someone who's able to do what Jorginho does with the ball, but with all the physicality and the robust nature, yes, please give me that straight away. Point 44, Miss, you have to ask, where is Declan Rice in all of this? I don't know. Look, the journalists, the English media are still pushing the fact that Thomas Tuchel is very much still interested in Declan Rice, and it may happen next season. Look, I personally think, it doesn't fit Chelsea's profile. That's how I feel. Digital Film Reviews, thank you so much for the super chat. Miz, Man United needed a DM. Why didn't Ten Hag go for his old player? Does he not rate him? I don't know the player, but that's what concerns me. Look, I understand what you mean, but at the same time, I don't like looking at a situation like that. Oh, why didn't he go for this guy? Ten Hag was the manager of that team for several players. Why did he only go for Martinez and Anthony? He could. You can't get everyone. Do you know what I mean? You can't get everyone, but that doesn't mean just because he didn't go for them, that doesn't mean they're bad. Do you know what I mean? Lisandro Martinez is probably wasn't even his first choice. I'm pretty sure Jurriën Timber was his first choice. Martinez was because Arsenal was going for, and when they saw that Timber was not coming through, they went for Martinez. So I don't like to look at things like that, man. I really don't like to look at things like that. Just because one team didn't go for that particular player, that doesn't make that player bad. That's how I look at it. Angels CFC, thank you so much for the super chat. I watch CONCACAF and he's very physical, aggressive, decent on the ball, but not a deep playmaker. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Man, CONCACAF, Mexican players, they're not pushovers. You know what I mean? Mexican players are strong. And the other thing about Man United is they've got to still get rid of Fred and McTominay and all of that. Before they get rid of that, how they're going to bring in another DM, and then on top of that, they added Eriksen. They still have, it's not as easy to just bring someone in unless you open up some space. The only reason apparently we're getting a DM is because of all the injuries, or else we won't even think about getting a DM when it was very, very obvious. Okay. Next news, ladies and gentlemen, is this one from Fabrizio Romano. Negotiations for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang are progressing, working to reach full agreement. Last Chelsea bid being discussed. 10 million fee plus Marcos Alonso to Barcelona. All parties confident to complete the deal before deadline. This is happening. I'm very confident this is happening. I'm very, very confident because everyone is talking about it. Every journalist is talking about it. This is going to happen. I'm just a bit weary that, first of all, I hope he recovers quickly, Aubameyang. I hope him and his family, they're doing well, but they had to go through being robbed, assaulted, his jaw broken. I hope he recovers quick, but at the same time for Chelsea, it's detrimental. We need him to start ASAP, and apparently he won't be able to start ASAP. He may miss out 4 to 5 weeks, which is a lengthy time. I would like it if he's able to wear a mask and play. I mean, he should know everything about masks. He's the champion of using the mask. So, look, I'm glad. I've always wanted Aubameyang, to be honest, but it does bum me out a little bit, the fact that he may miss out 4 to 5 weeks, which we don't have 4 to 5 weeks to miss out on, man. We need attacking players immediately. But we are able to offload Marcos Alonso, which is a great news, and we're able to use this swap deal first time under Todd Bowley. We've been able to do this swap, and I think this is decent. 10 million fee plus Marcos Alonso. That's perfect to be able to offload Marcos Alonso and get Aubameyang. And the word is something around 2-year contract. 2-year contract for Aubameyang with the option for a further 12 months. So 3 years potentially, but 2 years. And the 30 really depends on how many performance, how many times he plays and how his performances are for the second season. So, the contract has a lot of clause involved in it. So, look, I'm happy. I'm happy if we end up getting Aubameyang and Alvarez. That's brilliant, but I would like to get one more attacker. We need to get one more attacker. So, yeah, that would be great. Sure, we're saying, look at Orni, 7.5 plus Alonso. Let's go to Mr. Ornstein. Ornstein. 8 minutes ago. Arsenal making offer for Aston Villa midfielder Douglas Lewis. Douglas Lewis is not a bad player. That's a good move for Arsenal. Liverpool working on deal to sign R2 from Juventus. I don't know whether this is a good move for Liverpool. I don't think he's all that, to be honest. But anyway, who cares about Liverpool? Dujon Sterling understood to be having medical at Stoke City today ahead of joining Championship Club on season-long loan from Chelsea. So he's going to Stoke City. Good luck to Dujon Sterling. Hope he does well. And then, you know, if he's able to come, well, that's brilliant. If he is able to make it as a Chelsea player, that's brilliant. Chelsea on the verge of agreement to sign Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Wow, when was this? 2 hours ago. Okay, brilliant. Chelsea on the verge of an agreement to sign Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from Barcelona. Latest bid 7.5 million euros plus Marcos Alonso. Proposed deal 2 + 1 year, third year based on percentage of apps in year 2. 33-year-old currently in Barcelona, moving towards conclusion. It's happening. It's happening. Aubameyang is happening, ladies and gentlemen. Aubameyang is happening. Look at Simon Phillips' tweet. Okay, we'll have a look at that very, very soon. But Aubameyang is hot. It will happen. I've got no doubts about that now, which is great. We need a striker, but I hope he recovers quick. Need him to recover very, very quick. 51 seconds ago, Chelsea plan to shelve their interest in Rafa Leão and return to negotiations with AC Milan in January transfer window, likely to cost up to 130 million if done today. See, this is the thing. I've got no issues if this is a January transfer. Although, yeah, we'll see what AC Milan does. One of their most important players. This sort of transfer generally happens in the summer, but okay, look, I'm more than happy to wait if it's January. But this is what I mean. These transfers don't happen on the last day of the transfer day. Like this, these are huge transfers, and AC Milan needs time to find replacement. Now we can say have Ziyech, but they may not value Ziyech the way we value. So, and who knows? Maybe they don't. They may not find Ziyech being the adequate replacement for Rafa Leão. So, you know, January window, yep. If it happens earlier on, then it gives AC Milan a good stretch of time to find a replacement. But I still think this is probably a next summer window scenario. News are flying. Here we go. 3 minutes ago, Crystal Palace's Wilfried Zaha remains of interest to Chelsea, but any deal would likely involve midfielder Conor Gallagher moving in the opposite direction, which is seen as unlikely but not impossible. Yeah, I'd keep Conor Gallagher, but I'm not going to be surprised if we let him go as well, because he's got a lot to develop on, man, to play the way we want to play. And if we want to get Zaha, Palace will definitely want to get they will definitely want to get Conor Gallagher off us. Edson Alvarez is not in training in Ajax today. He wants Ajax to start negotiating with Chelsea and has told the club this morning. I hope Edson Alvarez happens. I really do. Really do. Oh, look at this. Tottenham have entered the running to sign Chelsea wide man Hakim Ziyech. Wow, Tottenham wanting Hakim Ziyech. That's incredible, man. They've already got Richarlison, Kulusevski, Son, Kane, and they add Hakim Ziyech on top of that. They become very, very good. Although, like the last few games that I've seen of Spurs, they're not been playing excellent. Even against us, they didn't play excellent. But somehow they just keep managing to get get victories, and in this case against West Ham, they managed to get a draw. I still think West Ham probably deserves something in the second half. Kennedy is set to leave Chelsea. He's already in Spain with his agents in order to complete his move to Valladolid. Good, man, good. Need to move on, man. Kennedy, you need to move on. You absolutely need to move on. Great stuff, great stuff. So look, ladies and gentlemen, seems like Alvarez, seems like Aubameyang, all of these deals are looking very, very likely. We're going to slowly wrap things up. As I said, this won't be the last video or stream. There'll be plenty more to come today. I'm even tossing up whether I'm going to really do a watch along for Man United and Leicester. I may, but then there could be a whole heap of transfer news that could be flying around during that time. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so far very confident about Aubameyang. Looks like that's going to happen. And somewhat confident about Alvarez as well, because he's really pushing from his side, and it's now really up to Ajax whether they can agree on a fee. Ajax apparently has got a replacement. Couple of 21 hours, like 24 hours ago, they found themselves a defensive midfielder. So this news about Alvarez is not something that dropped last night. It might have happened a couple of days ago. So interesting times, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. We are going to be on the board today. Anything that drops, obviously, in a couple of hours' time, I'm going to go to bed. I'll wake up nice and early, and there'll be plenty more live streams. We'll get together again. Over 500 of you guys are live right now. Smash the like button. Let's get those likes up to 400 straight away. Bump those likes up to 400. Show me the power of the other side of the coin. Bump those likes up. But yeah, all throughout today, we'll keep you guys updated. We'll try and do as many lives as we can, and right at the end, before the transfer window closes, we'll do a live as well. So it's going to be very, very entertaining. Hope you guys have enjoyed this, the morning session, and lots to look forward to down the track. Until next time, everyone, take care. See ya.